There is a definite sense of occasion here as both teams square up to each other with fire in their eyes. This is a day for hope, for expectation, for renewed ambition. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
Well, we're underway. Adriano, a man they call Imperatore, the Emperor.
Indeed, when he gets his game in good order, he is pretty much untouchable with that monster of a left foot.
Can be a showstopper, that. And here's Messi! And Messi! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Just off target.
Messi really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Signal! And now they can spring out of defence. Stood up well to him there. Oh, well played. That has not gone well. Seedorf. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
This is the time you need that pace.
That's Bebeto. He is through here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Adriano. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. And that was very necessary. Now it's Messi. And he's quick to snatch it back. And will be quick to recover this. Pirlo goes short. And he's had a hit! Japan have the chance to go the other way. Adriano gets into a good position. Looking for options for movement. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Japan really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
And he's there to get it away. So still waiting for the first breakthrough here, but it has been a pretty open start.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
Seedorf. It's a good spell of possession, this. And it's Messi. Messi! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Messi is offering a right smile there.
Aims beyond the defence. Ambitious ball here. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Has a look and plays it forward. Tries to pass it through. Look at the space here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Messi. The most accurate pass. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
He's had it taken off him. Threads one in. Pele. And it's Hullet. Tries to play it through. This looks promising. And he's managed to get free.
That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving?
The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. So what can they conjure from this one?
Someone's eyeing this up with real belief here.
Decent hit from there.
And it's Van Dijk. Roberto Carlos spots it and intercepts. Well, that looks a decent ball. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. It's their second corner of the game. Messi plays it short. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. That pass isn't the best. He's tried one! Oh, he has levered that.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here. You have to expect that from everyone now.
Adriano, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Knocks it into space. That's been intercepted. That's a little off target. Seedorf. And it's Fullet. Adriano. It's Adriano!
Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
So, third corner of the game.
Oh, well played, well played.
That tackle was certainly sturdy. Well, he's felt that, hasn't he?
Indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Played down the flank. He has a look up.
Terrific header! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
It's a pretty loose pass. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. And we are up to the break.
What a pleasant surprise to see how open this game is turning into. Just wondering if the two teams are going to keep doing what we've seen in the first half. I hope that a cautious aspect doesn't kick in.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Ronaldinho gets into some space. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Pele, and here's the chance to counter. Searching pass he's played there. Cafu. Great vision. Looking for the run. A heavy challenge. And he's well positioned here. Played out towards the right wing. And Dijk defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. And Dijk gets over and intercepts. Japan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape.
Del Piero! Oh, taken with style! And finally, he has breathed life into the game!
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Brazil have penetrated for the first time.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Oh, that is really good tenacity. Japan get their fourth corner. Safe to say, he's capable of better than that.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Roberto Carlos promptly onto that, and that is that. Adriano. Now, can they get him away? Cafu. Over to the left. Can he latch onto this? Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
That's Bebeto. Adriano. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0.
Substituição no time do Brasil.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Ronaldinho, camisa 9, camisa 21, camisa 11, deixando o campo para a entrada de
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
The referee's awarded a free kick.
camisa
He
20.
knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Decent hit and on target. Can he get on the end of this? Cristiano Ronaldo. Roberto Carlos has it in. Oh, what a climb! And he's straight offside.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Some resolute defending there. Kante makes the interception. Oh, that's well spotted. And it's Roberto Carlos. Can he get it through? And he's picked it up out wide. Roberto Carlos climbs up big! And the lead stays intact, just.
Kohler absolutely knew he could ill afford to miss that. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
A sharp little ball here. Corner. Bayer claims comfortably. Brazil still ahead by the game's only goal. This ended up in no man's land.
That's going in strongly.
And oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 3 coming up. Tries to get it clear.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
This is Mohamed Salah. Corner. And that has left him in a heap. Little doubt, that is a foul. And that's going to be a booking.
Foram indicados 4 minutos de
Straight
acréscimo.
left. Roberto Carlos. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Nicely aimed pass. Hernes. Hangs one in. Rui Costa clears it away. And that's that. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Your final thoughts, Jim? Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle, and here we go. Fernando Torres. Torres showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Owen. And this is Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now he's got space here. Roberto Carlos gets over and intercepts. That's been intercepted. Rijkaard looking for options for movement. Shoots! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Neuer trying to keep this in. That has not gone well. Belletti. Beckenbauer. Rijkaard. Now it's Owen. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And he plays one through. Bebeto, and he shoots! Goal! Brazil! And Brazil take the lead. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Bebeto really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
So the game's first significant moments, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Pass somewhat off target. First quarter of an hour gone. Jordi Alba. He can run onto that. Trion promptly onto that, and that is that. That's been cut out, well played. And it's Jordi Alba. He's a sharp... Oh, shooting chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
He's trying his best to keep it in play here. And he's gone backwards. Decent chance! Oh, nearly. Bops him off in and wins back the ball. Owen proves just a little bit too strong. Can he get it through? Trion kept his eye. Oh no, what has happened here? Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Ambitious ball here. That has been cut short. Xabi Alonso. Jordi Alba. And here's Jordi Alba. Sent off. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Just half an hour in now. Tries to play it through. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Oh, he made it look a bit predictable.
Pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Brazil clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Trion cuts out the pass. Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That was good alertness. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Now this could be a chance. There's the shot! Oh, that is really good tenacity.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And Dijk clears it away. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's Xabi Alonso. And the shot! Loose ball now, there's a check. Oh, what has happened here? Crossing. And Neuer pulls off a sensational save. Saliba. Beckenbauer. And it's Jordi Alba. This is Owen. And he's got the final touch there. Goal kick's been given. Cafu. Messi. Foot in. Tries to pass it through. And that is expertly dealt with. And he's intervened well there. Beckenbauer. Passing is crisp and sharp. He'll slip through. This is Del Piero. And Del Piero! Looking for a momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through.
And it's half-time here. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Brazil sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. Here we go again. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Played into the box. Defending of the desperate variety. He's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Looking to play him in. And that is a little undercooked. Shot could be on. Messi! Oh, it's come loose. Gets good distance on it. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Right card.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Xabi Alonso unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Played back in. Chance! And again the keeper stands strong.
Great stop from the keeper. That was something else. He's definitely coming out on top at the moment.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, nicely intercepted. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Oh, that is a good ball to make it. Oh, in! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Owen actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Brazil have the chance to go the other way. The most accurate pass. Beckenbauer. Now it's Torres. Nicely weighted ball. Jordi Alba. Great vision. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
They're up to 5 corners now.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Brazil are looking to go forward now. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Cross to the back post.
He rises! It's a goal!
Devoid of any complexity, but boy was that certain.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
24 minutos do segundo tempo pelo jogador, camisa 6. Substituição no time do Brasil. Camisa
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Camisa 11.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Deixando o campo para a entrada de
Beckham.
camisa 24, camisa 17,
Oh, that's well spotted.
camisa 18, Neymar,
Neuer getting this one clear.
camisa 20, camisa 26, substituição em andamento.
And Dijk cuts out the pass. Brazil are looking pretty rattled at the moment, Jim.
There's no doubt about that, Peter. It looks like they've had the proverbial carpet swept from underneath them. And it's amazing how much one goal can change things.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to make any prediction on this right now. Played into space out wide.
Brazil clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Seedorf. It's a Good run down the right. Probing pass. Well, that pass isn't the best. Looking for the run.
Chance for a shot! He has done it! Do not write them off! Back they come!
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked him off instead.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
It's going to be another throw. Owen. That's a simple one for the keeper. And he cuts out the supply. It's a pretty loose pass. That's an imaginative pass. Knocks it into space.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Beckham looking to run onto it. Neymar. Triol.
Foram indicados
disappointed
4
with that.
minutos de acréscimo.
And it's hoisted clear. Neymar. And he welcomes it in. Seedorf. He steps in, and that's the end of that. The final seconds now. No, he's just misjudged that one. And it's Beckham. Seedorf.
Bullish header! And kept out.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
Well, we're underway.
It's hard to overlook the presence of Tony Adams at the back here, Peter.
Yeah, well, he's dominant, isn't he, and uncompromising and courageous. Those are the sorts of words you always apply to him.
Yeah, and his reading of the game means he was always a step ahead of the opposition. He's surprisingly quick too, you know. It will be a massive challenge to get the better of him.
That was not gone well. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moments.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the task, Peter, did he?
Nice looking ball. He's going to be disappointed with that.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
That's Bebeto. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And this is Mohamed Salah. And he was alert to it. That has ended up in no man's land. Triol. Van Dijk cuts it out. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Rijkaard makes the interception. Messi is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, good looking ball. And that's gone behind for a goal kick.
Brazil have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
And this is Bebeto.
Oh look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully a football match will break out soon.
It's a pretty loose pass. Nicely aimed pass. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Mbappe!
And that has been cleared.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Somewhat off target. Van Dijk, he is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Well, that looks a decent ball. That's an imaginative pass. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. Tries to pass it through. And it's been played through.
And the finish! Goal, Brazil! The breakthrough strike!
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
And look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Ajax can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Brazil are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
That looks a good ball through. And that is a little undercooked. approaching the half-hour mark. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Brazil clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And he's picked out the run. And Dijk cuts out the pass. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Well read, and the danger is averted. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And no, that was never going to make it. Great vision. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Now it's Messi. Time and again they are repelled. Not the most accurate pass. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That pass isn't the best. And it's Pullet. Ambitious ball here. And he cuts out the supply, and it's slung out wide. Great ball, and he's in here. Can he get on the end of this? He can get that clear. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh, that's a key interception. And Dijk gets it away. Now it's Mbappe, and he's in on goal. And it's corner. This possibly the last play of the half. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And it's half-time here. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. So your views on the first half?
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them and the way they've looked in transitions, Peter. They've been a bit exposed, so they might be only one down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another, and we know it's an awful long way back.
Brazil leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Substituição em andamento.
There's the start of the second half. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Great ball if he can get there. Can he finish? And it's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Brazil are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Oh, easy pickings there. Ronaldinho. Oh, perfectly measured that. Del Piero finds himself offside. That has not gone well. Looking for options for movement, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And Dijk gets over and intercepts, and they win it back again. Mingueza spots it and intercepts.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Camisa 21.
And he's managed to gift it back.
Camisa 9.
Tries to play it through.
Camisa 11.
No, not quite on the same wavelength.
Ronaldinho.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Camisa 18.
Maradona, Owen,
Camisa 8.
calm claims confidence.
Camisa 26. Veremos
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Knocks it into space. Rafinha couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
Maradona. This ended up in no man's land. Brazil have got it back and they'll have another go. He steps in and that's the end of that. Pass somewhat off target. Short changes him with that pass. Can he get it through? Oh, that's beautifully weighted. And the shot! It's in! So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Ajax get themselves back into contention.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Owen unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. No, that's been intercepted. There's a sharp little ball here. Forwards and with intent. Now, can they get him away?
Brazil clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Pedri. Ajax do have a chance to counter here. It's a pretty loose pass. Might be danger here. Rafinha. Now there's a fine ball. Brazil needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended though. It looked destined for a goal.
De Jong has created one goal already. Rui Costa could move up a gear here. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him. Ajax really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Rui Costa. De Jong. Neymar in acres of space out wide. Played into space out wide. Ajax with a corner and hardly any time left on the clock. The message is simple, defend this with your lives. Brilliantly cut out. And he's there to clear it. And now a sudden chance to counter. Picked up Pedri! It's run loose, who's going to get there? That's an excellent interception. Applies the finish! So that's it, it is all over. Brazil pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. Your reflections then, Jim?
Brazil really...
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Osimhen! Oh, crossbar!
Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Messi. Looking for the run. Looking for options for movement.
Great ball, and he's in here. He's had a shot! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
Bebeto really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Borussia Dortmund are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. He's got away. In by Messi. Neuer claims it without any fuss. De Jong. And he gets rid in a hurry. And we have our very first corner. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. He's going for goal! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Brazil have the chance to go the other way. Threads one in. Incoming delivery. That has earned a reprieve for the time being.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Brazil clearly should have gone for the easier pass.
It's Lampard! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Cafu goes long. And Dyke clears it away. Messi. And he plays one through.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Borussia Dortmund upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as...
Bebeto! Really well taken goal. 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. And Bebeto! Relentless, just relentless. And look at his joy. Is this not why we love the game?
A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Borussia Dortmund really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable.
And the shot!
And the keeper threw out a limb.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And now they can spring out of defence. Very nearly half an hour gone here. That is a great kick out. He's found a way through.
He's having a shot!
a whisker away from making it 4.
Ah, that's a shame, Peter. Such a great run, but he didn't have that clinical edge.
Little doubt, that is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. It looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
This is Del Piero. Well, that looks a decent ball. Turan. And the pass is intercepted. Oh, he's onto this. Tries a shot! It's there! Yet another goal in an awesome performance! They are in complete charge! The invitation was... Can he finish? Loose ball now, there's a chase on to retrieve it. Roberto Carlos gets it away. Aims beyond the... Decent chance! It's a goal! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Borussia Dortmund playing for pride here, the match surely beyond them. Thuram kept his eye on it, and he's there. Tries to pass it through. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Cannavaro kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Can he get it through? Oh, that's fabulous! Del Piero! He's got a goal! That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing. And he's done it again, he's got his second! Brazil are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. That is good alertness. Conte, that is a great kick out. And Bebeto! Oh, terrific save.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And this could be the final action of the first half. De Jong. De Jong. Can he get on the end of this? Osimhen! And he hits the net! A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time.
Well, I think it's pretty much ideal so far, Peter. They won't be happy about conceding, but other than that, it's been really plain sailing.
Brazil 3 ahead after a remarkable half. Who knows how many more will follow. Here we go again then. I think it's clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
clearly is miffed having made the run and not get picked out.
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Messi. That has not gone well. That's a cute ball. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Shot goal! He scores! And they are right back within touch!
Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, talk about being on top of your game, everything seems to be coming off for him.
Borussia Dortmund give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, he's ended up in no man's land. And this is Del Piero. It's a pretty loose pass. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And this is Ronaldinho. Del Piero.
Oh, shooting chance! He has done it! And they are pulling clear here.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, for me, you can't fault the keeper there. The effort went in at the widest possible point off the upright. Nothing he can do.
And that means just one thing. Match ball.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Teremos uma substituição.
Borussia Dortmund choosing to make the first change. It's starting to look like a done deal now.
Big header!
Final touch was poor. Knocks it into space. Oh, good spread. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, that's neat. Crosses it in. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. And it's Serginho. Played into space out wide. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Substituição no time do Brasil.
Borussia Dortmund have their third corner.
Camisa 9, camisa 10, Ronaldinho, camisa 7.
Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, taken with style!
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Cristiano Ronaldo demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So is this the start of a comeback? Well, that's well seen too. Sane tries looking up for options on the left. Serginho's cross. Roberto Carlos getting this one clear. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Sane going face to face with his great rival. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
Chance for a shot! Neymar. Cannavaro cuts out the pass. Pedri. Maradona knocks it out wide. Tries to play it through.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
He is through here. He's fizzed it forward. And it's Serginho. Pedri did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Pass is just off target. Well, it was clear. And in! And that would have won it.
Well, he's looked very lively. He really wants to put this game to bed.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Sane. And he's there to get it away. Taken back almost at once. Great vision. And here's Sane. He has found a way through. Fired deep towards the back post. And that has been knocked clear. Owen. Now it's Neymar. And this is Maradona. Now it's Neymar. Shot could be... Goes for a shot! No mistake!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
So now the difference is 3. Nicely intercepted. Serginho. Oh, he did so well to reach that. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Oh, good steal, he just read it. Referee's given a throw. And he's managed to gift it back. Makaleli. He's a sharp little ball here. Sané. And he's managed to get free. He gets big. Harmlessly behind. Van Dijk. Cafu. He's in a great position here. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Shoots! It's in! Over hills and far away! No catching them now! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening.
So that's it, it is all over. Brazil, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Brasil e
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So that's got things underway. Well, Jim, Tony Adams, of course, is the absolute colossus in defence, isn't he?
Absolutely, and we all know about his defensive prowess and his leadership, but I think a lot of people overlook his versatility and his adaptability.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's the way he's developed a more expansive front-footed game over the years. That's highly impressive.
Messi! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Can he get on the end of this? It's a good run down the left-hand side. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's been played through. Great chance! He saw the danger and he went crashing in. He's going for goal! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Zico. Now Davids. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And it's Davids. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Zico going face to face with his great rival, and it's Lampard. And here's Messi. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And this is Del Piero. Schneider will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Ronaldinho. That's Bebeto. Oh, this looks sharp. That has been cut short. Tries to pass it through. Throw in. He has found a way through. Del Piero, and that has been clubbed away. Well, that pass isn't the best. Triol is offering some sort of an apology there.
No, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Neuer gets rid without sophistication. Shot could be on. And the shots! Loose, fallen kindly here! Goal! Poland! And it's Poland who take the lead! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, listen, last line of defence, and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Time and again they are repelled. Costa Curta. Zico. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. And Bebeto! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Brazil have their second corner now. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Pirlo cuts out the pass. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Engages and forces him off the ball. Great vision. Adams kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, super find. Pass is just off target, and that's going up front in a hurry. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Zico. He's picked his way through. Nice interception, well timed. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. And it's Batistuta.
Brazil certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
There's the delivery. And he gets rid in a hurry. It's a really well-measured ball. And it's Batistuta. That is lovely. And a chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Messi. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Real chance! Really well taken goal. 2 up and in charge, and the whistle goes for half-time. How would you review the first half?
Brazil certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Teremos uma substituição.
So off we go once more.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Brazil clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now there's the shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Van Nistelrooy is offering a wry smile there.
It's their second corner of the game. Can he finish? And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
So, third corner of the game. Done it! Brazil have the chance to go the other way. Well, it's ended up in no man's land. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Somewhat off target. Van Nistelrooy! It's hit the upright.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
That was not gone well. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Poland are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Up he goes! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Poland certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
So we've reached the hour mark. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And we're not going to make any further progress now. Shifting it to the flank. And it's Messi. Well, that looks a decent ball. And it's been played through. Davids. Lampard. Oh, it's come loose. Now it's Del Piero. Threads one in. Decent chance! It's in! Just one goal in it now! Game on! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back. Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Oh, Red, nice interception.
Brazil really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end.
Shot goal! They've done it! There seemed no way back, but they are level. So smooth, a signature finish.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Zico. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. Poland really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And he's there to retrieve it. Zico. Out to the right. And it's Del Piero. And the shot! Van Bouten is there to clear. Tries a shot! Off the post! Takes the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Sob essa questão,
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Just eases him off the ball.
Mohamed Salah really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to...
Takes a shot! Oh, what about that? Late in the day, this could well be it! Was there ever any doubt?
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Poland take what looks to be a decisive lead.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time.
He's had a shot! And again the keeper stands strong.
It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
And that is the end of it. They hung on right till the finish. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, the game plan for me just looked a little confused, and the crowd seemed to pick up on this early on, and it just created a kind of negative vibe around the whole stadium, and I think this performance was one best deleted from the memory bank now.
Well, thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Brazil.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle, and here we go. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, I don't think I've ever seen a defender, let alone any player, make such a meteoric rise in the manner the Lick did, Peter. Just absolutely phenomenal. A player way ahead of his years, and his composure and confidence is like that of a seasoned veteran.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game. He's going for goal! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Looking for options for movement. Bebeto. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
He's in plenty of space here. He's shifting through the gears here.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Pass somewhat off target. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And here's Mbappe. Roberto Carlos deals with that comfortably. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Nice sequence of passes this. Tries to play it through, and the pass is intercepted. Brazil, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Yeah, a true great in every sense of the word. And it's Gavi. Yeah. And it's Gavi. And he's forced to go back. And De Ligt. Yeah. That's Busquets. Busquets proves just a little bit too strong. And it's Davis. Now Beraldo. Vieira. Now Beraldo. De Ligt. Beraldo. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Conte. Hakim. Ah, he's given it away. And this is Bebeto. And he's onside. Del Piero! Goal! Brazil! The breakthrough strike!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Brazil have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Busquets, out to the left it goes. Pressure stays on, it is a corner. Feyenoord with the corner, there first. And it's been taken short. Brazil have the chance to go the other way. Oh, Red, nice interception. There's a sharp little ball here.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Serginho showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Brazil are 1-up and looking surprisingly comfortable. This ended up in no man's land. Hakimi. And that has put paid to that. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Now it's Del Piero. And a shot! Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Vieira. That's Busquets. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he finish? Good effort, and it is right on half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Hello attendees.
Good attack on the first 45 minutes.
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that, and still very much in this game.
Brazil head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. And that could send him on his way. Cafu gets away. That's a lovely, neat pass. That has not gone well. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Vieira. And it's Gavi. That's Bebeto. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Messi. Well, that looks a decent ball. No way through. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Mbappe, and he's had a shot! And he hits the net! Final are all square! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Feyenoord grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong...
Oh, smashing header! Goal! Feyenoord! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Feyenoord get themselves into the lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Gavi. Now it's Mbappe. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Serginho, and he's managed to get great chance! Oh, that is really good tenacity. Corner number 2 then.
Substitution in progress.
Serginho goes short. Tries to cross. That's well blocked and back out it comes. And a chance! And now they can spring out of defence. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Hakimi in acres of space out wide. Can he find the finish? Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. De Ligt calmly anticipates.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Van Dijk. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Vieira. Feyenoord finding their passes.
Feyenoord clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Owen. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Over to the left. Davis. Mbappe looking to run onto it. And he skips past his man. Oh, there's a probing ball. And Dijk defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed having made the run and not get picked out.
That's a simple one for the keeper.
Brazil really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks and sustain some pressure.
Davis cuts it out. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off and it wasn't the best decision.
Neymar and Owen! Oh, that is beyond special! A worldie and a half! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order! They have stolen level at the last! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Substitution for Feyenoord. Number 2. Number 22, Matthijs de Ligt.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
And here's Gavi. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Number 10,
Neymar.
Number 21.
And that will be it. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner of course, but the crowd... Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas.
And it's been given away. Quality ball. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Mohamed Salah. Gravenberg, Eze, Robertson, he's on it, can he get away? That's a lovely, neat pass, and that could set him on his way. Haaland showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this, plenty of really nice passing. Stood up well to him there. Well, that is one way to stop him. Now it's Haaland. Pires in acres of space out wide. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Now it's Eze. Pires. Now it's Torres. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Fernando Torres. Great ball, and he's in here. Mohamed Salah. And the pass is intercepted. And it's Wilshere. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Wilshere unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. It's a good foot in there. Oh, that's a foul, free kick's been given. Well, you might think he got off lightly, it is just a verbal warning. Wilshere. He's having a hit! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Gravenberg. Driving on and making good progress. Jorginho. Mohamed Salah is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Cute ball, now how can he reach it?
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
That's a shade optimistic. Rodri. Now it's Eze. And it's James. Eze. Romero. And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Mohamed Salah. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Not the most accurate pass.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Gravenberg. A temporary retreat here. Salah. And that's aimed into the middle. Romero tries to clear. Has a shot! Well, that pass isn't the best. Robertson picks it up out wide. Cleared without hesitation. And the first half is done. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0.
Please keep your eyes on your children during the match at all times.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, crossbar! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
I don't need to tell you he got underneath it, and there's only one place it can go.
It's a pretty loose pass. He's a sharp little ball here. Eze, Van Dijk. And it's James. Joao Pedro. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Torres. That has not gone well. Van Dijk. Gabriel. Gravenberg. And it's Eze. Some really good ball movement. Mohamed Salah. And it's Salah. Rodri. Up towards the hour mark and still no goals. And here's Eze. He's picked his way through. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Fernando Torres. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed.
He's having a go! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Substitution on the field.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
James goes short.
Coming on the field.
There's the delivery. Definitely away. And the finish! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And he's found the net! Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the Junior Goals panel.
After 61 minutes, number 4, Van Dijk. Van Dijk. Van Dijk. Substitution on the field. Number 6, Ukraine. Coming on to
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
18, Isaac.
They have what they wanted. The first Alvarez!
Match was 28,000.
Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Alvarez deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Helms beyond the defence. Diaby gets into some space. He's having a shot! It's in! And that is what they came to see, what they demanded to see. His first. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting. Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And this could turn out to be one big kick of the ball. So having trailed, this to go ahead. And they've turned it round. As close to a certainty as can be.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
Manchester United go into the lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And here's Jones. In it comes. Out to the left it goes.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Alvarez.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just... Oh, what has happened here? And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
This ended up in no man's land. Robertson. Foden. Ekitike. Now it's Jones. Looking for options for movement. Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Ekitike has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Corner number 2 then. Foden with a short one. Hangs one in. Terrific header! No, not the best of headers. Oh, what's he done? Chance for a shot! Dispatched clinically! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Not a manager, I think. It's all happening.
After 83 minutes, number 18.
Yeah, but how about that coolness and confidence, Peter, to see where the keeper was and then produce a beautiful response.
This is quite a battle.
Well, this ought to give them some renewed energy. If anyone's going to win it in normal time, you've got to make them favourites now.
That's been slipped through. And he's on his way! There's the shot! Oh, it's there! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Bernardo Silva. Oh, that's a fine interception.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Has been indicated.
Knocks it into space. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Tries to play it through. Real chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Jones. And Gravenberch. Ekitike. blows his whistle. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see.
Quick reminder today, everybody, to
So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form become pretty irrelevant. It's a tough one to take, but these players have got what it takes to come back from this.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight.